On the 30th of November, the London Coliseum in Covent Garden is the venue for the Symphonic Beatles Concert, celebrating the music of the Fab Four performed by the London Concert Orchestra and Capital Voices Choir. Now, there's Irish interest as star guests performing some of the 30 Beatles hits, which will feature including Imelda May and Una Healy. It's all in a good cause, Macmillan Cancer Support. Now, we've got a ticket offer for you. Book online at londoncoliseum.org and insert the code RADIO20 and you'll get a 20% discount. Now, the Beatles have strong connections to Ireland and an export. Richard Porter, who owned the Beatles coffee shop close to Abbey Road Studios for 10 years and now conducts a highly popular Beatles Walks, is online. Richard, great to speak to you.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Great to talk to you, Richard. Richard, I think our listeners may be surprised as to the extent of the Beatles' Irish ancestry. Can you give us some insight?
Yes, well, it's one of these things that people say that Liverpool's the capital of Ireland, because so many Irish people went there. And of 3 of the 4 Beatles had Irish grandparents.
Okay.
Anyone that didn't was Ringo.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. His surname was Starsky, I believe.
Yes, correct.
Right. It's all remarkable. Also interesting is what some say is the inspiration behind the song "A Day in the Life." Tell us more about that.
The line about the verse about he grew blues night in the car was about Tara Brown, who was the heir to the Guinness family, and he was a good friend of the Beatles, and he actually had a shop in the King's Road, Chelsea. And the people used to buy clothes from there and were friends of his.
Right.
And he actually died in a car accident. And that verse in the song is about him.
Okay. Now, Paul McCartney and John Lennon were well known for support of civil rights causes. In the context of Ireland, there were a couple of well-known songs that they penned. Can you give us a quick reminder of the titles?
Yes, just after Bloody Sunday, and also the Beatles are effective, also their Irish ancestry and stuff. And Paul wrote a song called "Give Ireland Back to the Irish," which was actually banned by the BBC in the UK, but was number 1 in Ireland.
Indeed, I actually remember it. And interestingly enough, it's a song which is not included on any of the greatest hits albums.
No, it isn't. That's interesting. Yeah.
Now, many people will remember these. It's an extraordinary lineup of artists at the London Coliseum on the 30th of November. Now, I've mentioned Imelda May and Una Healy. Joining them, of course, are Tony Hadley and indeed Bonnie Tyler, Pixie Lott and many more. This is a testament to the enduring popularity of the band. Now, their material has been covered throughout the decades. Which of their songs has been re-recorded the most?
Yesterday has been recorded by, I believe, around 3,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is extraordinary.
Yes. And it's in the second most that's recorded is George Harrison's Something.
Okay. That is absolutely phenomenal. Now,
Frank Sinatra recorded it, and he said it was his favourite Lennon and McCartney song because it's written by George.
Right. Indeed. The irony of it all. Now, Richard, you definitely know your stuff. Now, there's only so much we could cover here, but you'll have you'll have whet the audience's appetite for more knowledge, and they can join you on one of your London Beatles walks. Now, details are at BeatlesInLondon.com and on your on our website, indeed, irishradio.org. Now, one tour operator put it well, saying Richard's lead is the one to heed. Richie, you also write a blog, I believe.
Yes, I do. It's at blog.beatlesinlondon.com.
Right. I'm sure there's loads of details about things there.
Yes, there is.
Now, I know you're enthusiastic about attending the Symphonic Beatles. Now, before or after that, people can dip into more for more information about the band through your book, Guide to the Beatles London, which is available from the shop in St John's Wood tube stations, or indeed on Amazon. Now, it's reasonably priced, just less than £10, so ideal as a stocking filler indeed for Beatles fans. Richard, do you have a favourite Beatles London haunt?
Oh, Abbey Road, certainly, because, the crossing and the studios. you know who you might see on the tour yesterday. We saw U2 going across.
All right, wow.
They're at the studio at the moment, actually, as we speak. They're doing a TV thing for the BBC, I believe.
Right. Many times I've actually been driving on Abbey Road, and I've had to stop to allow copious amounts of tourists crossing the pedestrian crossing, taking photographs and all the rest of it, you know.
Yes. Me and my group.
Possibly, indeed.
Possibly, yeah.
Now, I understand there's to be a grand finale with everyone singing along to "All You Need Is Love," Richard.
Right.
It sounds like this is shaping up to be a great night, recreating a golden age of music.
Yes, and of course the Beatles did All You Need Is Love in front of a worldwide television audience of 400 million people on a show called Our World.
Wow. That
was quite special, yeah.
Indeed, that just shows you just how absolutely huge and worldwide phenomenon the Beatles were.
Absolutely.
Now, the Symphonic Beatles Concert can be booked online at londoncoliseum.org. Insert the code RADIO20 and you get a 20% discount. Find details on facebook.com/RB Productions. Richard, it's been fascinating speaking to you. Now, there's a link to our website at irishradio.org. Enjoy the night on the 30th of November at the London Coliseum. And listen, Richard, it's great to speak to you. Really fascinating.
Thank you, and good to talk to you too.
And this is just a little sample of what you could actually hear on the night. This is the classic Beatles track as played at its Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.